Hey YouTube world, what's going on? Mark here from TST Industries, back in the garage with another video. And beside me today we have a 2023 Honda XR150L, and we are going to be guiding you through the installation process of our TST LED front pod turn signals. Now, this bike has been around for a few years in other worldly markets, but just recently Honda finally decided to bring it to the US. So here we are doing our due diligence and guiding you through the installation processes of some of the most popular products that you are looking for this bike. Now, I should mention in this particular video, I will be guiding you through the installation process of our TST LED BL6 sequential turn signals. These are a direct plug and play product, no harnesses, no adapter plates are needed. They bolt right in with ease. But you can use this installation guide as a guide to install any of our TST LED pod turn signals. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right in and begin the installation process. So coming on over to the bike, we are going to be focusing on the front headlight area. Now, before I begin this installation process, I do want to mention, if your hands are small enough, or if you're able to wiggle them around, you can actually perform this entire installation process without removing the headlight. You can see here we have the turn signals. There's a 14mm nut on the back. And the wiring we're looking at is the orange and green wires. They're just bullet connectors, really simple. However, in this installation video, I will be guiding you through the installation process and taking off the headlight and the necessary components to give you the most access and to give you guys a good angle of exactly what's going on back here. So to begin, we are going to remove this upper bolt located towards the top of the headlight. This is a 5mm hex key Allen key T-handle. Pretty simple. We're going to back that out completely. And then underneath this wiring loom all the way at the bottom, there's another bolt. It is the only bolt in that area, and it looks exactly the same as the upper one. We will go ahead and remove both of those at this time. All right, now with both of those bolts removed, I am going to go ahead and hop on over to the right side of the bike and repeat those steps. That way I can give you full access to the wiring. Now, it is important to note, right now we have full access on the left side. If you're on the bike, if you're facing the bike, it's the right side. We have full access and we're able to remove it, but something is still holding it in. You'll want to push it outward towards the clutch, or towards the brake lever, I should say. And let's go ahead and turn this now. I'll show you what happened. So we have the headlight here. I'm gonna disconnect the main headlight connector. We're gonna put this to the side. What was happening is, you can see here, these are where the bolts go that we removed. And on the brake lever side, you have a post here that the headlight mounting point sits on. It's a little post. It's very easy to get caught on that. That is what is happening. So when you go to reinstall the headlight, please make sure you clear that post, sit it on the bottom bracket here, and then tighten down all the bolts. Now, hopping back on over to our signal installation process. Now we have full access to the wiring. You can see the orange and green wires here, and you can see the nut located on the back of the turn signal. We're gonna grab a 14mm open-ended wrench and remove this at this time. With that clear, we will be able to remove the turn signal now, but we do need to disconnect the wires. Now, these are bullet connectors. They're really simple to disconnect, so we'll just apply a little bit of pressure, pull them out, remove the nut from the turn signal, and just like that, your OEM turn signal is removed from the bike. Now, at this time, we can go ahead and grab our TST BL6 turn signal or any of the turn signals you have purchased from us. It is important to note that the BL6s are side specific. On the back of the light is our company name, TST Industries. Please make sure it's being read upright, just so that it looks good and it functions as intended. We're just gonna go ahead and remove the nut that is pre-installed. keep the washer on and go ahead and feed it the wires all the way through, bottoming out there. And then we're going to put the nut back on, snake it all the way down. Now that I've caught a few threads, I'm going to hold the signal in place and grab a 13mm open-ended wrench. We're just going to tighten this down as much as we can. It is a very tight fit. So we're going to use my fingers to bottom it out against the bracket. And once it's done, give it a few more turns. Again, hold the signal in place. You should not be twisting the turn signal in order to make this happen. Hold the signal exactly where it should be and tighten down the nut. There we are. Just like that, you are good on that side. Let's go ahead and connect the wires. On our signals, yellow is power, black is ground. On this bike, green on both sides is the ground. It's pretty common on almost all Honda models. So we'll slip the yellow to the orange on the clutch side and the black to the green. Just like that, you are all good. You could bundle up the wires and kind of snake them through this routing guide that is already here with the OEM wire loom on it. And you can hop on over to the brake side now and repeat those steps. We're focusing on the two wires here coming from the turn signal. It is a light blue and a green wire. Just going to gently tug on them, releasing them. And then we're going to grab our 14mm wrench. Again, we're just bottoming out this nut against the bracket that the signal is mounted to. And once that is complete, we will grab our 13mm and just tighten it down a bit more, holding the signal body in place. And on this side, the ground will be the same, so black to green, and then yellow to light blue. Now, before we reassemble or reinstall the headlight, let's go ahead and check our work. Make sure that the signals do flash as intended. And you can see we got one flash and nothing else. That is due to the electrical system on this bike. When installing LED turn signals, you will need to install an LED flasher relay as well as a diode mod that we have. We do have a separate installation video for that. And at the end of this video, when we show you the before and after shots, we will show you the signals functioning correctly. But as you can see here, we did get one flash out of the signals. You can see the sequential movement. We do know they work. Nothing is shorting out. So we're happy with this installation process. We can now go ahead and reinstall the OEM headlight. Now, as we begin to reinstall the OEM headlight, again, we want to stress you will struggle if you do not clear this post. So before we do that, let's go ahead and connect the headlight. This connector only goes in one way. So that's plugged in. Now we will start from the brake lever side, clearing that post, and then ensuring that this bottom half of the headlight sits on the outside of this bracket here, and then everything should line up. Now we're going to go ahead and grab our bolts that we removed. They are not specific in which spot they go in, as long as they go in the correct spots. So we'll do the top one. And as we do this bottom one, This wire loom is in the way just a little bit. So you will kind of have to maneuver it so that the wire loom moves, but the headlight does not. Best thing to do is kind of get it in place and then pivot the headlight. It will catch itself onto the threads. Once you bottom out, just go another 1/8 of a turn, and we will repeat these steps on the opposite side. And just like that, this installation is now complete. So as you can see, we were able to really streamline the front end look on this beautiful 2023 XR150L. We were able to ditch the stock turn signals, which are bulky and made of a hard plastic, with something more modern, a little bit more forgiving in case you find yourselves riding in an unforgiving condition. And more importantly, not only are they plug and play, but they have improved functionality by introducing our sequential turn signal function. If you like these turn signals, you want to check them out, or you want to see what other products we have available for the XR150L or any other bike that may be in your garage, be sure to stop by our website, tstindustries.com. The link to these signals can be found in the description below. If you haven't already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn the notification bell on to stay up to date with all the new and exciting videos we've got going on. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up or drop a comment. Let us know where you're watching from. Lastly, don't forget to stop by our social media pages, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all username TST Industries. For now, this has been Mark from the TST Garage. We'll catch you next time.